It's time for part 17 of this nickel hunt and album fill. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and we have only got one box this week. I actually picked up 5 different nickel boxes, 4 of which were uncirculated 2020 Denvers. So at the end of switching them all out and going back and forth to different banks, I only could end up with one circulated nickel box to hunt for this series. Now, that's okay though, because we had been doing only one box at a time, and I stepped it up to 2 boxes because, as you know, we're getting closer and closer to completing this Jefferson Nickels album. Now, if you've not watched the first 16 episodes, I do recommend that you check out the playlist that I have linked down below and up here before watching this one. Now, if you're all caught up, you'll recall that we're on box 24 now because we've hunted 23 boxes through 16 episodes. You'll also recall that we've now completed 130 of the 138 spots in this Jefferson Nickels album. For today's hunt, since we're only doing one box, I'm really hoping we can find this 1955P that I've yet to find. And of course, maybe get on some silver because it's been a while since we have found any silver nickels in our nickel boxes. And even if we get one that we already have and it can't upgrade, we can still add it to the 2020 silver jar. Outside the 4 missing silvers and the semi-key date 1955P, all we have is 3 key dates: a 38S, a 39S, or a 50D. And of course, I will be scouring through these nickels, and if any of them are in great shape, we'll look for upgrades for the album. Now that we're all caught up, now that we know we have one box to hunt today, and now that we know that we're praying to find a spot in this album to get filled, let's get this hunt started. As always, I'll loop you in if I find anything throughout the hunt. For this video, because it's only one box, I will be including all of my 50s finds and earlier. Let's get this hunt started. Let's pray we get some goodies, and hopefully, I'll see you soon. We're on roll number 3, and we don't have any finds just yet, but we will have an oddity here. Obviously, it looks like it's going to be a cent, a U.S. penny, if you will. Let's take a look, and it is, and it's copper at least, 1975D. We'll go ahead and take that. Lost 4 cents. Well, I guess 3 cents because copper's worth a little bit more. But that's all we got so far. Let's keep looking. Roll number 5, we have our first early Jefferson of the box. It's just a 1958 minted in Denver, but it gets us on the board. Roll number 6, second Jefferson, 1959, Denver. Roll number 11, our first Jefferson nickel from the 40s, and it's a 1946 Philadelphia. Earliest find of the box, only the 3rd find of the box through 11 rolls. Roll 14, another 40s Jefferson. This one, 1948 Philly. Roll number 15, and I thought I saw a silver edge. Put the wrapper to the side, flattened them out, and it's still looking pretty silver to me. Let's see if it is. And it's going to be a 1943. For 1943, we have them all but the Denver. Of course, it might be able to upgrade. I don't know. It doesn't look that great. But let's see if it has a Denver mint mark. And it doesn't. 43P. We have that one already, but I'll take another Silver War nickel. And I'm just going to check for the 43 over 42 overdate, which I don't see. And when they're worn this slick, it's hard to see any doubled eye, but we're going to look anyway. And I can't tell. I don't see one. So 1943P, war nickel in the box, 35% silver. It is our first silver in several boxes. We already have it for the album, but we love finding silver if we can get our hands on it. Let's get back to the hunt and see if there's more in this box. Roll number 16, and I had to do a double take because that's a 1955. Picked it up, set it right back down when I noticed it was a 55. I haven't checked the reverse, and it's in decent shape. So it could be a 55P, but it's not. It's a 55D, but we can check it for the 55D over S. And even though there's some extra D fragments at the bottom of the D, I don't see the S that we'd want to see behind the D. So just a 1955 Denver, still on the lookout for the 55 Philly. Roll number 18, yet another 40s nickel, and this was another 48, but this time from Denver. Same roll into the back of the roll. We've got a 1953 Denver. Roll 19, a 1956 nickel that I saw obverse facing, minted in Denver. Same roll, and just a few coins later, we've got a 1954 Denver as well. Roll number 24, and we've got a 1952. 1952 Denver. Got the 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 58, and 59 Denver. Can't get mad at that. Same roll, and we have a chewed up 1958 Denver. Sorry, buddy. Roll number 26, 1957 spotted. 1957 Denver. And guess what? That completes it. 52 through 59 Denvers are done. Well, we already had them done, but they're done on the board too. Let's get back to the hunt. Same roll, and we have a friender with that 57, and this one's a 54, also Denver. Stacking up those Denver minted nickels from the 50s. Roll number 36 of the hunt, and we've got another 50s Jefferson. This is a 1953 Philadelphia. We'll just double check it's a 3 and not a 5, and it is a 3. All right, still on the lookout for that 55p, but box hasn't been too bad for us, except for we need more 40s. Let's look for them. Roll number 37, and the hair on my neck is standing up because that is a 1950 nickel right there. We know without a doubt it's at least a semi-key date, but will it be the 1950D that we so desperately need? 1950 Jefferson nickel minted in Philadelphia. 1950 Philadelphia. We'll take it though. I already have a 1950 in there and it doesn't look too bad. I don't know if this will upgrade, but it's a semi-key date nickel nonetheless. And I don't find very many 1950s in my hunts. I will scope it just to be 100% certain. And yeah, no mint mark there. We'll take it though. Semi-key date Jefferson nickel found. Almost one we needed. Roll 41, another 50s nickel. This one a 1958 Philadelphia. A little bit better of a date too, tougher to find. We'll take it and pray we find some more in the 40s. Roll number 44, yet another 50s nickel. 1957 Denver. We just can't seem to get very many 40s in this box, but we did get the silver and the 1950 semi-key. Can we get one more good find before it's done? Roll 45 and we'll get another 1940s nickel. It's a 1948 from Philly. So 3 48s and a 46. That's it. Well, and the war nickel. But we need some more 40s. Let's go. Roll number 50 and the box is going to give us a parting gift. And it did answer the call. We will get our 5th 40s nickel of the hunt. And it's a 1940 Philly. That's actually the oldest find of the box. But kind of a light box overall. Either way, I'll finish this hunt and then we'll come back. And I don't think we're going to add anything to the book. Maybe we'll upgrade something, but we'll see in a second. Let me finish this roll and give you a wrap up. So we've officially finished that box. We got 14 nickels in the 50s, including the semi-key date 1950 Philadelphia. We got 6 in the 40s, including the 43p war nickel. We got that penny, and I've got 3 decent 90s nickels that I can compare to the album other than comparing all of these. Kind of a light box, 20 total finds. We like about 25, so definitely on the lighter side. But having a war nickel, which is silver, and the 50p semi-key date nickel in the box definitely made it a decent hunt. Now, it may not add anything to the book this time, and it may not even upgrade once I get through these. We'll have to see. But at the end of the day, it was a decent box. Let me see if I have any upgrades, any additions, which I doubt, and I'll bring you back in for a look at the book and some final thoughts. Well, no additions, of course, but I am going to upgrade the 55D. You can see there's more detail on this coin than the one we had in the book as far as in his hair, so I'll definitely upgrade that one. The 52D, also in the same boat. That one's been polished or cleaned and the rim is really terrible. And the one we found today, at least it's not cleaned and the rim is a lot better shape. And then as far as the 1950, we have a big scratch on the one in the book. And the one we found today is at least equally as nice, minus the scratch. So we'll upgrade that one as well. We'll have 3 upgrades and no additions once I plug them in. At the end of the day, after 24 boxes, we are still stuck on 130 slots filled out of the 138. And once again, I cannot find that 55p. We did get silver, but it wasn't one we needed, but it was one that we can add to the 2020 silver jar. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this nickel hunt. I know it was only 1 box, and I know we don't have a lot of additions or upgrades, but that's coin roll hunting. We'll keep plugging along, and maybe next time we'll have a couple of boxes to hunt to see if we can fill any of these slots. If you enjoyed this nickel hunt and album fill, part 17, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Hungry, fella? There you go.